Good morning, Motor Cars. Today is Thursday, August 18th, and today I'm going to start off talking about retention, and I'm going to read a little bit from a magazine called Fixed Ops, and it talks about sales to service and service to sales. Customers who are introduced to the service department at the time of purchase are 2.3 times more likely to go to the dealership they purchased from when they need service than those that weren't introduced. So that's a huge number. And in our store at Toyota, I know that at times the sales folks do a pretty good job of bringing their customers upstairs. But I know we can all do better, and that introduction into service is huge. 41% of survey respondents who were introduced to the service department at the time of purchase. Only 41% of the people get introduced, so there's 60% that aren't. 53% said when it came into play when deciding where to have their vehicle repaired. Big number. Conversely, 85% of customers say their dealership service experience influenced their likelihood of purchasing another vehicle from that dealership. 49% said it greatly influenced, 36% said it somewhat influenced, and 15% said it had no influence. So the service experience is huge in the sales purchase or repurchase, and the sales introduction to service is huge in the service. So if we don't introduce them to the service and we don't get them started, then they're not going to come back for service, which means they're not going to come back to purchase. So it's very important that we have that introduction. Some other things that we're doing in the service department to help with retention. We are going to be instituting at Toyota, and I think Honda will as well, brake pads for life starting in September. So if you purchase brake pads from us, the parts only will be warranted for the life of the vehicle. Number 2, tire sales. So the whole industry, as far as dealerships, has 8% of the market share. And that's a 29.2 billion market share. That's a small number, but however, that number is growing. It is up a full 1%, which is a big number, a big percent. 1% is a big number of 29.2 billion tires. So it's important that we offer tires, that we sell tires, and at Motor Cars, we do offer free tire rotations. We do offer 2 years of free road hazard. We do offer a price match guarantee, and we do have most tires in stock at all times. We also, at our both service departments, offer free alignment inspections and free fluids top-offs at all times. Both of our stores have an express service. Honda has their new assembly line, and Toyota has 6 bays for express service. So what this does for retention is it helps with the speed of the service, which is very important to customers. Their time is very valuable. Oil changes, as far as dealerships, are up from 31% of the market, the whole aftermarket and total market, to 34%. So dealerships as a whole are starting to gain on this oil change business. Right now, the dealerships across the country have 64% of the oil change business for the first 3 years of a car's life. From 4 to 7 years, that number drops to 40%, and after 8+ years, our defection rate is down to we're only retaining 24%. So 3/4 of the customers are actually leaving our dealership after 8 years, and that's when the most opportunities for services and its most opportunities for a trade-in are. The reason that most customers state that they leave after the 3 years or 4 years or 5 years is not about price. We think it's always about price, but that's down on the bottom. The most reason that they leave is for the lack of a good experience, or the reason they stay is because of a good experience. And trust is a big issue. The other day, John at Honda talked about petting the dog, and basically what petting the dog is, in a nutshell, like John said, is gaining a trust, gaining some rapport with our customers. Customers, to retain them and to keep our business growing, we need to think about their time and how inconvenient or how convenient we can make their service experience and their sales experience. I know our sales department is looking at 1 hour deliveries. Our service department has express service where we try and get people out 30 to 40 minutes from door to door from the time they pull in to the time they leave. Each person has to take it upon themselves to make the experience of the guest that much of a better time, because overall when you add up all these percentages and numbers I've talked about this morning, it all comes down to the experience that the customer had, and that did we treat them with respect, did we treat them with honesty and sincerity, and did we do the things that we would like to have done to ourselves. So that's my word of the day today. I hope everybody listens and shares it with somebody else here at the dealership. Have a great day, Motorcars.